Hey there, welcome back to the vlog. One of the fun things about doing YouTube videos is that you get to pass on stuff that you've got up here out to people such as yourself. Sometimes there are subjects that I guess other people don't know that they exist. And I had this idea where I wanted to do a video about Windows 96. Now, that is not a mistake. Most people have heard of Windows 95, Windows 98. I would say a very, very small fraction of people have ever heard of Windows 96. Its codename was Nashville. So in the same way that you had Chicago would be Windows 95, Windows 96 would have been Nashville. So the original intent was to record the features that were in it that ultimately got scrapped and would then get rolled in finally to the Windows 98 build. The original intent was to get things set up in VirtualBox and do a run-through with the viewer. And this just did not transpire. The whole thing did not go well. So the biggest issue was you basically have to install Windows 95 first and then do the Nashville upgrade to get off of Chicago and into the Windows 96 Nashville version. The problem I hit was that any CPUs that are over 2 gigahertz, they basically don't work with Windows 95. And it turns out that this was a well-known bug that Microsoft knew and basically didn't address until Windows 98 came out. However, I was determined I was going to try and get Nashville installed, so I'm trying every trick in the book that I can think of, such as throttling down my CPUs. I'm trying to patch stuff with different drivers. I'm trying anything I can, and it just doesn't work. And of course, the irony with this is that you can install Windows 1, and that does work. Windows 2 I had some issues with as well. Windows 3, that I've never had a problem with in the past, but then again, I haven't tried it with the latest computer that I have, so I'm not too sure if that works. But anyway, going back to Nashville. What I wanted to originally do was install Nashville and install the tools at that time, so we're going back 23 years, and then see if we can build the same application we've done in other tools and other platforms, but do it in this, this Windows 96, because, this is another bucket list item. I've never written a application that runs on Windows 96. So that was the idea. And it just turned into an absolute, it was just a really, really bad couple of hours, struggling to get this thing to work. I was trying third-party patches. There were people that, they were pretty sure that if you did certain tricks and things, you might be able to get it working. I thought with all of my experience that this would be something I could do and I could go, da-da! So anyway, it didn't work. It spectacularly failed. So then I thought, okay, what I'll do is I'll go back to Windows 1 and I'll install the very first version of Microsoft C, which really was Lattice C, but rebranded. And I had the same problem. It would not install. I spent a lot of time and effort trying to get it installed and get the Windows SDK for Windows version 1, which, trying to find that's quite a task now as well. And then at the end of it, I managed to compile something. And could I get it to work? No, it kept running out of RAM. So I'm just like, all the best made plans of what I was going to do, it just totally failed. So the point of me telling you this is that, sometimes, especially with YouTube, there's a narrative that anybody making videos puts out where it's like, oh, everything's perfect, it's a wonderful world. And I've always tried to be very sort of authentic when it comes to, there are the good things and there are the bad things as well. And this was just one of those moments where, I was trying to do something great, and I learned a lot doing the installs, but the end game is that I'm doing a video saying that I couldn't do it. My whole goal was unobtainable. So I'm still going to try and see if I can find a working copy of Windows 96 that I don't have to build from the ground up, that I can run on a slower machine. And, if I do get that, then I'm going to come back and revisit this topic because, it is actually one of the items that's on my bucket list. I've done every version of Windows that has ever been public. I've written software for. But Windows 96 is one of those unreleased versions of Windows that, I want to scratch that one off my list. So I thought this would be a great way to do it, but it just didn't go too well. So anyway, that's it for today. I'm going to leave it there. Speak to you soon.